Nestled on the outskirts of a small, sleepy town, the forest had long been a place of whispered tales and childhood dares. Known to locals as the Forgotten Woods, it was a realm of shadow and mystery, where even the bravest rarely ventured after dusk. One foggy autumn evening, a group of friends decided to explore the depths of the Forgotten Woods. Sarah, Tom, Lisa, and Jake, fueled by a mix of curiosity and bravado, packed their bags and set off along the narrow, overgrown path that snaked deeper into the forest. They laughed and joked, the rustling leaves underfoot masking the silence that seemed to envelop them as they ventured further from the edge of the woods. As twilight began to cast long shadows, they stumbled upon an old, decaying cabin, barely visible through the dense foliage. Its weathered timbers groaned under the weight of years, and the air around it seemed to hang heavy with an unnatural stillness. "We should check it out," Tom suggested, his voice breaking the eerie silence. The others hesitated but agreed, drawn by an inexplicable compulsion. They approached the cabin, its door hanging ajar, revealing darkness within. Inside, the cabin was as dilapidated as its exterior suggested. Dust and cobwebs covered every surface, and the faint light filtering through the cracks in the walls did little to dispel the gloom. An ancient fireplace dominated one wall, its blackened hearth cold and empty. "Look at this," Lisa whispered, pointing to a faded, leather-bound book lying on a rickety table. Jake picked it up and opened it, revealing pages filled with strange symbols and cryptic writings. As he read aloud, a chill seemed to settle over the room. Suddenly, the floor beneath them creaked, and they noticed a symbol carved into the wood, identical to those in the book. The air grew colder, and an uneasy feeling washed over them. "We should leave," Sarah urged, her voice trembling. But before they could move, the door slammed shut with a deafening bang. The room plunged into darkness, and the temperature plummeted. Dark shadows began to form in the corners of the room, swirling and shifting as if alive. A low whisper filled the air, growing louder and more insistent. "Get out! Get out! Get out!" Panic set in. Tom rushed to the door, pulling at the handle, but it wouldn't budge. The whispers grew to a cacophony of voices, screaming now, demanding their departure. Near the fireplace, a ghostly figure materialized. It was a woman, her face contorted with anguish, her eyes hollow and dark. She reached out a skeletal hand, pointing at the group. "Leave this place," she wailed. "You are not welcome here." In a desperate frenzy, Jake tore the book apart, throwing the pages into the fireplace. As the last page burned, the shadows receded, and the door flew open. Without a second thought, the friends bolted from the cabin, sprinting through the forest, branches tearing at their clothes and skin. The full moon illuminated their path as they fled, their breaths coming in ragged gasps. When they finally emerged from the woods, they collapsed on the grass, the town lights twinkling in the distance. They never spoke of what they had seen, but the fear remained etched in their hearts. Back in the Forgotten Woods, the cabin stood silent once more, the moonlight casting eerie shadows over its decaying structure. The whispers had ceased, but the darkness remained, waiting for the next unfortunate souls to venture too far into its depths.